morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to come live quickly to explain one or two things to you, though it's not time for me to start my program. Today I'll have a program which is titled The Role of the Youth in African Development. But for the meantime, I just want to share with you few things. Germany Parliament reform skilled work migration law. There is a new law by the German government which I want to explain to some people living in Germany and also some people living outside Germany. This is an opportunity for you to come to Germany. And I'm going to read the publication from the Info Migrant website, which says the German Parliament has passed legislation to open up new opportunity for job seekers from countries outside the EU and for many refugees who are already in the country. It says the consecutive lawmakers are up in arms. The Bundestag has finally passed new migration law reform designed to encourage more people from outside the European Union to come to Germany for work. What it means is now the German Parliament has passed or reformed a new migration law which will enable people who are outside the European Union to come to Germany to work. And what it means also is if you are a refugee or you are somebody who came to Germany and seeking for asylum, also this new law is going to help you to switch your asylum procedure to a job visa, for a job visa. So, and then this draft law secure prosperity in Germany. Interior Minister Nancy Faeser of the center-left Social Democratic SPD said on June 23rd, as she presented the government's plan in the chamber in the morning, though she added that it would only work if the bureaucratic hurdle were dismantled during the implementation. It is unacceptable that you have to fill in 17 different applications to bring a new career worker into the country, she said. So this is a new law which has come to stay, and we are only hoping that it will get a full approval from all sides. And like she's saying, before it's complicated to come to Germany to work or to do business, like from outside the EU. But now they want to make it more flexible in such a way that people can apply for working visa to come to Germany. Now the ruling government has passed this law, and it's everyone's responsibility to know more about the law before if you are seeking for asylum, before you give out your information or you give out your passport or something. You need to consult a social worker within your environment to get to know exactly the requirement if you qualify to switch your asylum or to cancel your asylum and switch it to a working visa before you apply. Don't just jump and then do things that you may regret later, but seek further consultation or further advice from counseling before. Then the biggest opposition party, the Conservative Christian Democratic Union, CDU, and the Christian Social Union, CSU. These are political parties in Germany. Alliance welcomes some of the government ideas, though they criticize plans to lower the qualification hurdle for the foreign workers. According to Andrea of the CSU, plans to lower the level of German language skills necessary would only encourage low-skilled workers. You know, in Germany, they are very strict when you are coming to their country. They are very strict about their language. They want you to speak Germany before to speak German or Dutch before you apply. They want you to have a basic knowledge about the Dutch, and sometimes you are required to have A1 or A2 or B1 or B2 before. But with this new law, there is no requirement of the German skills. This means you don't have to speak Dutch before you apply. All you need is a skilled labor. All you need is a skill, a handiwork. So if you know this, you can apply for this visa when it comes to stay, because now they are still working things out, and I have information that it will start full implementation in January 2024. So you need to know what exactly the requirements are before. So there is some opposition parties who make an argument that laying down the German skills as a requirement, as a basic requirement, will not help people to, it will lower the people to learn the German language. But you know, the Dutch is very, very difficult language also, because some people have been in Germany for quite a long time, but it's difficult for them to still express themselves in German. But you know, they have other requirements. If you're able to speak English, it's also a new kind of requirement. So they argue that the new law would do nothing to address what she called the main problem, the bureaucratic bottleneck, such as overlong procedures at foreign consulates. You know, when you go to other countries, most especially my country where I come from, like Ghana, when you apply for German visa, it takes you very long, sometimes 6 months or 1 year before you get response or other stuff, you know. So the parliament is still also criticizing this kind of procedures. And she also said that the plans to open opportunity for asylum seekers who were already in the country ran the risk of turning the asylum process into a kind of state-financed job-seeking opportunity in Germany. You know, this new law is also to give people who are seeking for asylum in Germany to turn from seeking asylum, and then they cancel the asylum procedure and then use this working opportunity or job seeking visa. So the other German, he says, alternative for Germany, that is another party, delivered a fairy rebuttal of the draft law, suggesting that the government plan will turn Germany into a junk country. Yeah, you know, this person is coming from the right wings. So there's several criticisms, and also what will have put into the 100 pages draft law would be summed up in some sentence. He said, everyone gets in, but no one gets through out. So of the Green Party rejects the AFD's criticism, saying that speaking German was not the most important prerequisite for working in Germany. Your integration, or you integrate best when you have to speak Germany at work. Yes, like I said, I'm just reading the publication on InfoMigrant to you. Like I said, the Germans believe that when you speak Dutch or you speak the German, it gives you opportunity to integrate very well, and also to be able to speak with your colleagues and chef at workplace. But they want to lower the belt so that people can come. Learning language is not something that you can just jump in just like that. It needs a kind of slow down, and also a bit long stay. So I think when they lower the belt for people to come in without the requirement of the German language, I think is a best way. But there is so many people were opposing to the new suggestion that the German language will not be used as a requirement or prerequisite for people who are seeking for working visas to come to Germany to work. So yeah, but the Green Party, which is in collaboration with the SPD ruling the country, they says, yeah, we will not use this as the prerequisite at the moment. So people, she sarcastically asked the right wing's ranks in the House. This is finally really good news for this country. In the competition with other successful countries of immigration like the USA, Canada, we have made some crucial steps forward, she said. So, like I said, this ruling government is making things possible for people to come to Germany to work, because there are a lot of companies, a lot of organizations which need workers. So it's good, but it's very good for everybody to understand what they are requiring for you to come to Germany to work. Don't just jump and then give out things just like that. You need to know what exactly they need, what kind of skills they need. So the Freedom Democratic Party, FDP, which represent the New Liberal Party of the Green of German government third-party coalition, underlined the economic benefit they believe the new law will bring. It is ridiculous that it is earlier in Germany today to immigrate into the asylum system than the job market. This is a fact. Germany has welcomed a lot of migrants with refugee status, and the government is financing them without allowing them to work. But it's also a good opportunity for the government now to open up to welcome people into the job market, give them opportunity to work. So it is a good idea. It is opportunity for all. So if you think you want to work in Germany, then this is a fine opportunity for you to also try. Try from your country. Try from your country of origin. And if you're already living in Germany and you are seeking for asylum, get to know the requirement, get to know what exactly, whether you qualify to apply for this new law as soon as it comes into full implementation in January. Get to know the details. Don't be in a rush, because Germany, they want you to do things right on your own. Nobody is going to push you to do things, but make sure you get to understand the qualification and the things that they will need from you before you switch your asylum to a working visa. So the new opportunity card, a major new innovation under the law, is a new opportunity card. So this is how they call this new law. They say new opportunity card. and the associated point system, which allows foreigners who don't yet have a job line up to come to Germany for a year to find employment. What also they mean is, if you already don't live in Germany and you live in your country and you want to come here, you can apply for a visa from the German embassy if you have the required skills they need. Then when you come, you have 1 year to look for a job. But I think it will be easier to find a job if you're already in Germany. But where to stay, I think accommodation and other aspect will be a problem. You need to have a financial capacity to be able to, to stay before you can look for a job. A prerequisite for receiving a card will be a vocational qualification or university degree. So what I think this is clear. You need a vocational qualification, like what do you do? What vocational skills do you have? And also university degree. So if you have a vocational qualification or university degree, you qualify through, this is one of the first qualification, vocational qualification or university degree. The card will be awarded to those who fulfill a certain number of conditions for which they will be awarded points. This could be German or English, so you need to have German or English skills. Existing tie to Germany, you must have or you must know somebody or have a connection with somebody in Germany. You must have, like, if you have existing ties with somebody in Germany and potential of accompanying life partner or spouse on the German labor market, you can come with your husband or your wife. Okay. The opportunity card will also permit casual workers for up to 20 hours a week while looking for a qualified job. So, as well as probationary employment. Yes, let me tell you, a lot of working companies here want a probationary working workers. For example, they want you to work a little bit for them to study you before they can give you full contract. It happens to all of us, And then integrating refugees. Now, to the aspect of people who are seeking for asylum, this is what they are saying about people who are seeking for asylum, integrating refugees. Those who are awaiting asylum approval and got their application in by March 29th, 2023. So if you are already seeking asylum before March 29th, 2023, have the appropriate qualifications. Like if you have appropriate qualification from the country you are coming from, let me put it this way. If you have appropriate qualification, for example, if you have a university degree or you have a vocational skills certificate or qualification, it's one of the qualifications they are looking for. And a job offer. You must have a job offer. You must have a contract from a company that you have a job offer, and will also be permitted to join the labor market. So in this criteria, you are qualified to join the job labor market to change your asylum to a job visa or working visa. And then he continued to say, this would also allow them to enter a vocational training. For example, it will allow you to enter into a vocational training. A similar change holds for those here on a tourist visa. Maybe some people also came to the country as a tourist or to visit places. They will not be required to first leave the country before returning in the employment existence. So if you came in as a foreign as a tourist, like to visit a places, and now you want to work, you can just go to the immigration to switch your tourist visa into employment visa. So this is what they are saying. It's not me. It's a law that they have passed and what they are going to do. And then they are now going to talk about recognition of degrees. Before, when you want to come to Germany or you want to work in Germany, the German have to check your degree if it match, or check your qualification if it match with the German qualification or the German system. He says a major obstacle to immigration has long been the requirement to have degrees recognized in Germany. This was before how your degree is also looks like. In the future, skilled migration will no longer have to have their degree recognized in Germany. So in future, when this, like 2024, when this law is fully implemented, your degree that you had in your country don't have to be changed or converted or be recognized in Germany system, but they have to look at it as a degree from your country as well. If they can show they have at least 2 years of professional experience and a degree that is state recognized in their country of origin, someone who already has a job offer can already come to Germany and start working while their degree is still being recognized. So what it means is your degree that you bring from your country don't have to be recognized by the German state, but must be recognized as far as your degree is also recognized in your country. They will be recognized automatically and you can work as far as you have a professional experience. The work that you do, you have experience in doing it, they will allow you to work. Then citizenship law reforms. During the parliamentary debate, Martin Rosman from Chancellor SPD looks ahead. The well-qualified young people from around the world are not exactly queuing up to come to Germany, to come to work in Germany. He said, we have to wow them and must give them a long-term perspective. That is why we will reform the citizenship law too. So now I think it's a good idea. They have a plan of also reforming their citizenship laws, which means they have a plan after staying for some years. I don't know the German system, but in some countries, when you stay for, like, when you have consistent stay permission for about 5 years, you are qualified to apply for their passport. And this is what they mean. But I don't know the one in Germany more, but what I know is Germany, I think sometimes it's more than 5 years, sometimes 7 years or so. So they are going to also reform the citizenship law to allow people who will stay a bit long and get a full integrated apply for German passport if they want. I think this is what they mean to reform the citizenship law. And also, the skilled immigration law is part of an initiative from the government to liberalize conditions for non-Germans in the country. A new citizenship law currently being drawn up will also make it easier for people to have dual citizenship from non-EU countries. Something particularly welcomed by Germany's large Turkish community. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is where I will end up with today's explanation about this new law by the German government. I think it's a good decision and it's in a good path, but we have a responsibility. you and I, we have a responsibility, we have a role to play to get this law done. I'll join you later today.